Hey guys, good evening, welcome. It's just a minute after 8:30. So whether you're dialing in from the UK, the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, Finland, Sweden, Germany, Austria, good evening, All Stars, and welcome to our weekly team hangout. If you are a half team that are in the All-Stars, if you're in the All-Stars, so are they. And they are joining us tonight on the call. Please just send out some last-minute text reminders, some last-minute Facebook tags, and let's pack this line out and get as many people as we can on the call, on the Hangout this evening, so that we can go ahead and get started and dive in here straight away. So there's obviously myself, Lisa Panton. I'm an ambassador in the UK based out of Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. Those of you who are on the webinars or been in for the business for a little while, you probably already know my story. Very, very quickly, a mom of 3. My background is pharmaceutical sales. Got started with Visalis about 18 months or more ago now, April 2013. Whew, time has flown. And got started here, and in a very short period of time hit a 6-figure income with the business after having no previous success in this type of business ever before. And I've never looked back since. Full-time now running the business, staying at home with my kids, and having the flexibility of working for myself and not for a corporate boss anymore. Not to mention helping thousands of people all over the UK, now across into Europe, really have amazing transformations on their challenge. I want to give a big shout out to a brand new promoter of mine, Russell Fletcher out of Manchester. He actually started on his challenge just on a trial kit a couple of weeks ago. Gave him a couple of trial kits to get started. Went out, followed the plan every day for a week, lost 8 pounds in his first week, and decided he's got a big challenge goal to hit, that he was going to go all in and hold himself accountable and go and promote the challenge with others while he was taking himself through his weight loss journey. So big shout out to Russ there in Manchester. And before we move on to the amazing Trish Kavanagh that is joining us this evening, 5-star ambassador Trish Kavanagh, I just like to also give a shout out to any of you that are new on the team. Welcome, 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 welcome. High five, high five, high five, high five, high five, high five. To all of the new people in the All-Stars, congratulations on making a decision to partner with one of the best companies, if not the best home-based business that there is available right now, the best team and the best people out there. And I couldn't be more happier to be able to welcome you guys to the team. Make sure, if you haven't already, that you have been through your Getting Started training, that you have a challenge party booked, you know which challenge group you're going to, and you have a challenge hour with your upline already lined out so that they can help you go out there and have the best success possible out of the gate. I want to give another huge shout out to Elizabeth Williams, Liz Williams down there in Kent. She actually went out and went in triple pool bonus points and became a brand new Rising Star director on our team last week. She was going to join us here, but she's moving house, and a lot of upheaval going on between one place to another. So I really wanted to have her here to share how she did that. Basically, she followed exactly what we told her to do. She made her list. She went and talked to them all, and she actually went out with her business partner, met with a couple of them, registered her first 2 executive promoters, and then on the day before Thursday went out and registered her own on her own. So huge congratulations to you, Liz. We're working together in double points customer pools by Thursday. So high five. Huge congratulations to you. So Trish Kavanagh, tell us, I would love if you could share, you're such a busy bee, all over the place, Europe, Holland, Amsterdam, you know, out in Germany, and I know you've been out in Poland as well. So all over building Vi and spreading it through Europe, and it's a while since we've got together on the UK turf, but there's a lot of new people on the line this evening that have never heard your story. And I'd love if you could share very quickly such an amazing story with everybody on the line this morning. And then if you could just spend a few minutes sharing, this is a 5-star ambassador, everybody. Put your ears back and make some notes. What's working for you in your business right now? What is working for you right now? And then we're going to dive into a little bit of training.
Fantastic. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Perfect, perfect. Lisa, it's fantastic. You know, to think that you and I spent the most extraordinary time in that boat, that beautiful, amazing boat in Costa Rica in December. Guys, you know what? All I can say is it's worth working this business and really getting to Costa Rica, our equivalent. It wasn't amazing.
It was amazing. Incredible. We actually got on a catamaran at sunset. By the time we got to the island we were getting to, it was pitch black, pulled upon a beach with like fire cones all the way down, and had a beach party, but we were drinking and partying all the way over on that catamaran, putting the world to right?
Amazing. And you know, you are such a superstar and you're doing extraordinary things. Amazing leader. Lisa, you're amazing. And you know, and I'll always remember seeing you on stage in Amsterdam, and you know, just knowing that you were literally going to come back and absolutely, I sort of took my breath away thinking, what is this woman going to create when she goes back to the UK? And here you are, amazing, absolutely rocking it, and just doing, I mean, everywhere I turn, I just see these posters of new places opening and launching. It's fantastic. Yeah, no, I mean, really amazing. I mean, if I look at the, if I look back on the last 20 months, honestly, Lisa, I'm the same as you. I have to pinch myself because, you know, we've worked hard in our life, and you know, you come from a very kind of hard-working kind of, where you expect suddenly that that's just the way it is. You know, it's just kind of going to be tough and slow and whatever. And suddenly here we are in a company that just got it right at every level. And if I think back in March 2013, you know, literally just almost 2 years ago, when I just invited just a handful of people, and they were ordinary people. I mean, I can't just, you know, define it, but they were ordinary people. But they came out with us to Atlanta, met Nick Nicola, and they came back with the intention of going regional director, as you do. You think, well, that's where I'm going to go. And we sort of like looked at each other and went, no, let's go ambassador. And they did. And it was, I think if we didn't know what it took to go ambassador, I think it was you, Lisa, you probably would think, well, no, I think we'll just put a check on that one. But I'm so glad we did, because what it set in motion was something out, you know, like what we achieved in that time set a huge level of expectation that we knew that we could keep going and growing with. So for all of you who are looking at it right now, and for you who are just joining, I cannot tell you how perfect the timing is, because you would probably agree and say, Lisa, that we were the pioneers. We had to be the ones to really and I think this is a kind of would be probably a typical thing with a company when it comes in. You're kind of like you're establishing the base here, and then all of a sudden everything becomes perfect. It's like the perfect storm, the perfect strategy, the perfect everything, the perfect timing. And for you guys looking at right now, you are in that place. So what we had to do in a month, you could do in a day. It's just kind of like, it's just, you have everything behind you to absolutely do what we did, but in real style. And you know, that's what I'll say to you is just go out of the gatepost in your business expecting everyone to want to join you. And I'm going to say that, expect everyone to want to be a part. I mean, when you talk about what's working, and I will say to you that, you know, we've never stopped. I don't know about you, Lisa, but I never look at the income coming in every week and go, I never take it for granted. But for having spent 25 years always looking at my bank balance to never having to do it ever is, and now I can't even, you know, it's like you can't even define what it feels like, and we never stop appreciating it, that you never ever have to think of where your money's coming from ever again. And you know, so you want to set goals like that. You want to really do in the next 90 days, you want to set goals that you never have to think about your finances ever again. Just that you just, it's over. You're running on that kind of sense of abundance in your life. You're feeling like every month there's more and there's more and there's more, and that's what I encourage you. And I would say too, the biggest difference, because you know, if I could define why do I speak to people at a whole different level, and why did I don't know about you, Lisa, but I came back from Costa Rica and I filled this book with everyone. I mean, like I went into a mode called, I'm going to talk to everyone who said no to me, everyone who said yes to me, everyone who joined and never did anything, because there's a part of me that feels right now that we're going into a whole groove with this business where real transformation is going to happen, you know, like real transformation, where we're going to have, through this amazing concept of the challenge group, where people will come in at the front end, you know, on week one, and kind of, they won't leave in 90 days. No. They'd be coming back for more. They'd be kind of going, what's next? What more could I learn or do that's going to make me even be better in my life? That's what people are going to come out of. And I do believe that the challenge group is going to be the thing where, if you haven't been in a challenge group, you better be in one. You know, like that's what it's going to be like across Europe. It'll be like, you know, if you haven't experienced a challenge group, you better experience it, is the way it's going to be. And that's outrageous, because you're all, and everybody here on the line here, everybody's at the very start of this. You're at the start of the tens of thousands of challenge groups. Lisa, tens of thousands of challenge groups that are going to happen across Europe. And, you know, so be bold in your communication. If I was to say anything that I would really encourage you is to be expectant that people will want to join you. Just be absolutely, the moment you pick up that phone, is speak from a level of knowing that this is definitely either they're going to join a challenge group or they're going to join your team as a promoter. One way or another, they're going to be all in. And that's what you've got to expect. To expect it, don't think, you know, that there's any competition to what we're doing, because there's not. There's nothing else out there like this. And you know, just really have a great time this year. Don't expect the back end of this year to be anything like the front end of this year. Don't expect it. It's going to be an amazing year. And Lisa, as I said, you know, we're all an amazing team, aren't we? I mean, there's such a great sense of great spirit in this whole feel of all of us together and what we're all doing and achieving together.
Well, that is just, you know, you give me chills. You give me chills thinking about what you say, because it's kind of crazy that I'm out preaching the same message as you every single day, out in the strategy overviews, painting the vision for, we want to have more challenge group than Weight Watchers classes that sit all over the UK. This is what we're going to create. We will be one of the #1 brands that people choose to lose weight 5, 10, 15 years from now. Like you said, it'll be what? You've never been to a challenge group? That gives me chills. And it's so amazing that, you know, your top leaders are all on the same wavelength. They all see this. They all get this. And really, what you say, I'm like, wow, this is a crazy opportunity to be a part of. I feel what you feel, Trish, in that we're at a stage where huge things and huge shifts are going to start to take place. Those people that are here, those people that embrace it, those people that see the opportunity that lays ahead, have got a huge opportunity ahead of them. So it's exciting to hear you say that. So I'm going to dive into a little bit of training. We've got obviously the vision call coming up in 15 minutes. And I wanted to go through, this was a training I was going to run last week, but we ran a little bit long. And I wanted to run this training with you because every now and again, like you'll hear me, you'll hear Trish, you'll hear Rachel Jackson, you'll hear Dave Ives, you'll hear Nick, you'll hear Blake telling you, or your upline, the person that did your getting started training, you will hear us bleating on and on and on about the things that are necessary to do and things that we do as a business, and that it's so important to do it. And I think that's just those guys trying to sell the system or trying to encourage us to do what they say. But I want you guys to know that there is proven, hardcore, scientific evidence that the strategies that we use with the challenge that we teach you to do without you having to know the psychology behind it, there's hard science and a huge body of evidence to show you that the things that we teach you are for a reason. So I'm going to run through them. There's 6 different laws of what we call influence. And there is a book, and actually, funnily enough, I did this training a little bit, very quick a version, on my lid call the other day, and Nick Sanicola said, you know what, that is one of my top 3 books of all times. And I was like, wow. And then I was like, oh, I just massacred his favorite book. So, but this is really like, this is something that people very successful at. Now, before you run out and buy this book, it is called The Psychology of Influence by Robert Cialdini. Before you rush out and buy it, it is not an easy read. It's a psychology book. It's a tough read. So if that's your level of understanding and you want to dig real deeper into understanding this stuff, it is a great book. But I do warn you that it is it's not an easy read. It takes a little bit of concentration to follow. So I'm going to break it down into simple facts for you, and you're going to love this. It's so scientific and technological. I've got flashcards. So the first one is the principle of liking. And it says underneath, people like those who like them. So what I can tell you is one of the things that, and the examples that Robert Cialdini gives in his book about liking, the law of liking, is that people are more likely to follow, buy from, join people that they like and know. People that they like and know. So he actually goes out, and this is you know, somebody that wasn't in network marketing, but actually has gone out and explained about the home-based business model when he's explaining the law of liking. And he talks about Tupperware companies and the fact that Tupperware, which was a really, really, really popular, probably still is somewhere, home-based business company. Your parents probably knew about Tupperware if you don't, right, Trish? They actually use the home-based model, the party plan, the in-home method for marketing what they do. And the proven reason why they do that, and why we use warm market, people we know that love us, that care about us, as usually your first introduction, is because it is proven that people who know you are more likely to trust your judgment on something, and they're more likely to join you in something, buy something from you. So the people that you know and love, people that you would be able to say, hey, come around mine Saturday evening, or your new promoter, the people that they know, there are much, that is why we always say, start with your warm market, start with the people you know, and start with the people who you can call by name. And even if you can call them and say, hey, do you remember it's me, Lisa? We used to work together on cruise ships about 12 years ago. That's warm market. Actually, I want to share with you one of the first people that joined me in my business, Helen Moran. She was my very first promoter, the first day that I ever went out and started calling people. She was a friend of mine. We used to work together, and we hadn't even spoke for 13 years. But I said, come on, we've got a well-deserved coffee that we need to catch up, and there's something I need to talk to you about that I think you're going to love. And she did, and that was my first promoter that got started. So number one is the law of liking. So when we're talking about, you know, going out and talking to your warm market, this is really the reason why. Another thing that he touched on in there is, if you are in a situation where maybe Trish or I, maybe you're a regional director, maybe you're a national director on your team, and you're like, well, I might be on a phone call or a one-on-one meeting, and I've got half an hour to talk to someone or 15 minutes on the phone to speak to someone. One of the ways that you can bridge the gap from being a stranger is having a warm introduction from someone. So always make sure the person who's introducing you is on the phone. And the other thing that you can also do on top of that is go very quickly into having a very brief conversation to find out facts and about them, so that you can actually find some common ground. So might be that you live in the same area. What school did you go to? You find out that you know the same person. A little bit of conversation outside of that. So building rapport is a really good skill for liking people. The law 2 is the law of reciprocity. And if you've no idea what that means, it basically means people will do for you what you do for them. So now you want to be careful how you do this. You don't want to be doing things for people in the hope that they're going to do things for you. That's not how it works. But genuinely just go out and be helpful. Do things for people. Just genuinely out the good care of your heart. And if you go out of your way to help someone, they'll be a lot more thankful to go out and do things for you as a result of that. So number 2 is the law of reciprocity. What can you do for your team? You know, how can you help your team? How can you build better relationships with? How can you help them or be of more value to them, even outside of buy? So the number 2 is the law of reciprocity. Number 3 is a biggie. The law of social proof. If you can't read my squiggly writing, it says use peer power whenever possible. Use peer power whenever possible. So Trish, your picture's gone, but I see you're still there. I can hear you. Are you still there?
I'm still here, yes.
So Trish, what would be, when you think about using social proof in Vi, what would be the top things that come to your mind that people can use to make sure that they're using social proof in their business?
Lisa, you'll have to explain what you mean by social proof.
So, okay, I'll give you a great idea. So social proof would be people seeing other people doing things. So an event would be social proof, right? A market-wide challenge group would be social proof. A 3-way call would be social proof.
Got you. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I definitely think that there's no doubt that the company have put the kind of, you know, if you were to do this social proof with another company, it wouldn't be as inspiring as what you do with this company. So everything that is to do with people being able to tune in and prove it works, like through the challenge hours, like through the, which is an amazing way actually, because you can get quite a few people in on that one, where they're able to, you know, absolutely get how simple, but absolutely how compelling it is. So it's kind of like, it creates a huge result out of just a very, very simple thing. It's a simple thing where a whole group of people listening in together and able to hear how you put the message out there and get total kind of like yes from the people you're speaking to, because of the way, you know, the way it's kind of put out there. So that's one. And of course, yes, the challenge group is a huge one. Again, because it's just so I can do it kind of thing. And also the challenge party. Absolutely, Lisa.
Yeah,
yes.
And then don't forget, guys, when we're talking about social proof, if you have new members of your team or you yourself, there are local success trainings going on right now. This weekend, starting this weekend, we have Yorkshire in the Yorkshire LST in Huddersfield on the 21st. And then we also have the weekend after Birmingham, and we also have London, and we also have Worthing, and we also have Scotland and Newcastle. So guys, make sure from this weekend on that you are plugging yourself and your newest people into local success trainings. An event will do for your team or for other people what you can't do for them. Hear someone else's story, a third-party story, can have a massive impact. You know, we're going to be teaching people how to run challenge groups, how to set them up, how to grow them, how to duplicate them. And you want to make sure that you definitely at events. One of the things I will say is going to events is one of the biggest skills, and promoting to events, making sure that you are not alone at events is one of the biggest skills in this industry that will pay you and pay you and pay you forward for a long, long time. So social proof, one of the biggest things that I can think of is the market-wide challenge groups when they get really swinging, and we've got charities coming in there, and we've got people sharing their stories and their weight loss. I can't think of a more powerful social proof than a market-wide challenge group. So that is number social proof is number 3. The next one is the principle of consistency. The principle of consistency. And people align with clear commitments. People will align with clear commitments. And what this, actually in the study, what they were saying is people who go public with their commitments are much, much more likely to achieve them than people who do not. People who are consistent with what they say they are going to do. So actually people going public, people actually going public with their challenge goal, people going public with their business goals, sharing with your team, you know, what everybody's goals are, who are they running to the pools this week, who's going to be a rising star, who's going regional director, but most importantly, getting your customers. I was talking to a guy in the US, he's a promoter in the Washington area, and he was telling me what he's doing to bring in customers, and all he's doing is actually each of his customers, he introduces them on his Facebook wall, and he tags everyone in his team and all these other customers, and that is huge commitment from customers. They're getting their 3 for free like crazy that way. So consistency, have people go public with what they say it is that they're going to do. And we do that. We do it through the challenge goals, but I also do it within your teams as well. I'm going to fly through these so we can get you onto the vision call. The next one is authority, the principle of authority. People are looking for an expert. People are looking for an expert. They're looking for a leader. They're looking for someone to stand up and say, this is what we are going to do. We are looking for people to come with us. And if you can give a very good explanation, or you can put them on the phone or in front of somebody who is an expert who can explain exactly how we're going to do that, people will be more aligned to join with you. I see over and over and over again in this business people who are skilled or had success in other businesses, or maybe it's just their ego getting in the way. That I was from sales for 12, 13 years before I joined Vi. And I was a sales expert. I knew how to do sales. I was convinced I did not need somebody else to show me how to do this or to close anybody. That I made no money for 18 months in my business doing that. I came here to Vi, and I put every single person that I knew or my team knew on the phone with Rachel Jackson, who knew exactly what we were doing, who knew exactly how to answer their questions, and we started having results out of the gate. So utilize your upline. You know, people are looking for leaders, so be the leader. Nick had a great saying that he quoted. Actually, it was John C. Maxwell the other day. You're either being led, you're either leading or you're being led. You're either leading or you're being led, but make sure you decide which one that it is. And then to end with, the last principle is the principle of scarcity. The principle of scarcity. And it says people want more of what they can have less of. People want more of what they can have less of. So basically, when I'm going out at the moment and I'm talking about what we're doing in the UK, because 18 months in, we've built a skeleton, right, Trish? A backbone.
Yes.
Of what we are about to build in this country. We know who we're going to do it with now. We know who's committed to the cause. We know who those core branch of people that we're going to move forward and really put the meat on the skeleton of the bones of this business over the next 2, 3, 5, and beyond years. And right now I'm out there explaining to people that what we're going to do. Do you want to be a part of VI when it's 5, 10, 15 years in, when we've proven, when we've absolutely proven what we're going to do? Is that when you really want to say, actually, yes, I'll be a part of that now? Because my bet and my money, and I bet Trish Kavanagh's money, is planted on you're much better being a part of this and helping us grow it and develop it, because the reward for that will be so much higher than the people that come in even in 5, 10, 15 years from now. So you guys are still in such a unique position. Make sure you are explaining to everyone you talk about the fact that the last 18 months we've put down the work. We ironed out the kinks. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. We know where we're going. Now we just need to find the right people to help us go in that direction. So with that, that is my laws of influence. And this is a scientific, psychological, detailed, clinically proven details that say these things are required to buy from you. So when you hear Trish tell you, or Dave tell you, or Debs or Sarah or Lara tell you, let's go warm market first, it's because there's research behind that. If somebody says, let's use a 3-way call, we know that this is a proven technique to work, not just in Visalis, but in the bigger picture of people that have spent actually time researching what makes people make decisions. So guys, I hope that was of some use, some value. I hope you took at least a couple of nuggets from that. And just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to give you all of the lines for the vision call. I'll apologize. Last week I only gave you the UK lines, but if you've got a pen and a paper, here are the lines. The line is open right now. You can jump off and dial on in. The number for the UK dial-in is 0203 137 8965. That's 0203 137 78965. Ireland, if you're dialing in from Ireland, the number is 01697 1912. That's 01697 1912. If you're in the Netherlands, the number is 020241 020241 4062. That's 02024 14062. If you're in Sweden, the number is 010 199 2509. And in Finland, 08 4154 1344. Guys, dial on in. We have rockstar Jason O'Toole crushing it over on the vision call, along with 2-star ambassador Amanda Churcher. Please tell your team to be on the team hangout next week. And myself and Trish, we want to wish you a wonderful week. Who are you running to the pools by Thursday? Who are you running to the pools by Thursday? Is it you? Is it you? Is it somebody else? Let's get together. Let's help everybody win. Customer pools, promoter pools, Thursday midnight, guys, week out. Good night.